This was coming for a long time. What up, it's your boy, the Truth 31, and talk about dropping bombs. Whew, I dropped truth bombs. AT&T is dropping the fucking hammer bombs because they just laid off like 1/3 of DC's editorial ranks are being laid off according to sources and DC Universe. Oof. Listen. This was coming for a long time. Obviously, I don't like people being fired. I've been fired before. It sucks. But you've had to have seen this coming. AT&T is in a position to make money, and these DC Comics weren't making that much money. DC Universe was not making that much money. Like, they've been servicing a minority crowd, and by minority, I don't mean skin color, stuff like that. I mean minority as in people who don't read comics, but for some reason have this loud voice on Twitter demanding everything be more political, more progressive, change everything about the characters, nature, look, and everything. Put the trunks on Superman. Make Batman black. Make this character lesbian. Make this character gay. Make this character more powerful than the other. Or just like, what are you doing? Like, and for some reason, the people in charge of DC Comics are listening to these people, and instead of standing by like the hardcore fans, the hardcore consumers who've been loyal to them since day one, who actually love these characters and want to see these characters grow. And they don't want to see a black Wonder Woman. They don't want to see an out of shape Superman. They don't want to see an out of shape Wonder Woman. What are you doing? Who is this marketing towards? It's not marketing towards the comic book fans who, by the way, don't want to see this shit. They want to see good stories. They want to see the characters that they remember. And most of these comic book runs have been atrocious. Brian Michael Bendis' Superman run has been atrocious. Atrocious. Has been horrible. It hasn't been good. It hasn't been selling. These comics are not selling because these writers are not telling good stories. These publishers are listening to the wrong people instead of listening to the consumers. They hate us, the comic book fans who love these characters, and they're listening to people who don't give a shit about comics, who don't read comics, and they're listening to them instead of us. And this is the result. This is what happens. This is what happens. Consumers are not putting down money, and now AT&T is like, okay, what's going on? Why are we not making money? Oh, because of this? Okay, fine. Then it's time to drop the hammer. It's time to drop the axe. Insiders also say the majority of the staff of the streaming service DC Universe has been laid off. Makes sense because DC Universe has not been the big, big streaming service that they were hoping for it to be. That's just not the case. A move that has been widely expected as Warner Media shifts its focus to a new streaming service, HBO Max. Again, makes sense. DC Universe was DOA as soon as the AT&T merger happened, said one source. Yeah, it's true. Again, people should not be shocked by this. Why? This was bound to happen. This was in the process. This was going to happen. This is what happens when you listen to a loud, vocal minority crowd who don't know shit about comics. We want to see Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. We don't want to see this far sector bullshit. What is that? We want to see Hal Jordan. We want to see Wonder Woman. We want to see Superman, Flash. We want good stories. We don't want your propaganda. We don't want your political nonsense. We're not here for that. When we pick up a comic, we want to read good stories about good and evil, heroes doing the right thing. We don't want to read about, politics, being progressive, just like servicing a minority crowd, just to make them feel better. Like, what? No, we don't care about that. I don't care about that. I'm a minority, and I don't give a shit about that. You know what I care about? Good stories. Heroes, villains, like they used to do. Superman being Superman. I don't want a minority Superman just to make me feel better and make yourself feel better. That's fucking really condescending. That's this fake woke bullshit that you don't fucking believe in the first place. These are the people they're hiring. Purple-haired feminists who don't give a shit about comics, who want to put their own political propaganda into it just to make themselves feel better and to make themselves feel like a hero. And ignoring us, the hardcore fans who actually love these characters. And this is what happens. So AT&T put down the hammer and laid off a bunch of people. Again, I'm sorry to hear that, but changes needs to be made. Now, hopefully, going forward, AT&T or wherever or whatever happens, they actually give us the fans what we want and pay more attention to us, the consumers. So this is what happens, right? Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think. But this is what happens, bro.